My name is Calandra Stroop. My pronouns are she, her. I like to keep things clean. I like to wash my hands. So I do a lot of hand washing. I do a lot of showering. I do a lot of cleaning. Yeah, and I have a lot of obsessions about contamination.
With obsessions, they are unwanted, they're persistent thoughts, images, or urges that people feel compelled to respond to.
Perfect. So I've got blood on my hand now. So yeah, this is what I meant with the digging into the cuticles to clean them out. And I do that. Every little thing that I do, I have to think about the consequences that it could have, and what sort of compulsions it could lead to. It's really just, it's kind of agonizing, and it never ends. I once tried to describe it kind of like a black tar on your hand that nobody can see except you. And as you go around day to day, everything that you put your hand on, you leave this sticky tar handprint, and everything that other people touch, now they get the tar on their hands, and it spreads and it spreads and it spreads exponentially. But it doesn't matter to anybody else, it only matters to me because I'm the only one who can see it.
What's the difference between someone who has OCD and someone who's maybe a little obsessive is the fact that it is unwanted and it's intrusive and that it takes up ample amount of people's time in a day.
I was getting ready for my first exam, and suddenly I couldn't touch my binder, and there was something wrong with my binder, and every time that I went and I grabbed my binder, I was getting in and out of the shower. I think I took 3 or 4 showers in about 2 hours. And I was just, every time I would get out, I would get dressed, and then I would I would try to get back to my work and have the same panic attack over and over again. Nobody in the house could get me to calm down from it. And so at that point, we went looking for outside help. And that was really the breaking point. And I would describe that as by the end of the day, or the 3 days, it was about a 72-hour-long panic attack where I would exhaust myself. And so I couldn't keep having the physical panic attack, but the mental part of it never stopped.
We need to learn to become vulnerable. I always say that vulnerability is the birthplace to happiness. By being vulnerable and showing our vulnerability is the opportunity for us to be able to reach out and get that professional help.
When I decided to admit myself into the hospital, it was a really hard decision that October, but it was, in the end, probably the best decision that I could make. And you know, I'm at school, I'm tutoring, I'm doing all kinds of things. So even though it's still affecting my life quite a bit and there's still a lot of compulsions, I'm managing to live my life.